Assalamu alaikum, everyone. It's been an absolutely amazing day today. We've had some incredible speakers. It's been an honor to have such esteemed, passionate, and inspiring speakers with us today. And I just want to bring out a few points that really struck me during some of the speeches. Well, firstly, the Ambassador Ibrahim, pretty much his whole speech. But the points that really resonated with me were when he was talking about living with dignity and endurance, and to stand for justice even when it's against ourselves. And also when he mentioned the double-edged sword, that justice has a double-edged sword. And I think these are things that I think I will take with myself when I'm moving forward. Also, Shazia's reminder about Tabi Khadija. It's such a simple, but you can really reflect on that and then reflect on the life of Khadija and take lessons from her life and try to apply it in how we live. And also, lastly, when it was Zareen's speech, just her incredible journey, I think, is inspiring in itself. And I think from that we can take a lot of lessons. And I wanted to share a few of my own reflections with you today. I wanted to talk about my granddad, my nana. He was a really positive thinker, to the point that every time I would say, oh, I can't do this, he'd be like getting really angry with me and sort of tell me off and say, there's no such word as can't, you can. And even more recently, my mom was telling me that she was saying that we need to change the way we speak. Sometimes we're always like, oh, this is never going to happen, or no one's ever going to be able to do that. And she said, stop talking like that. Start saying, inshallah, this and this will happen. This and this change will come. Because our circumstances will only change if we believe that that change is possible. So with that thinking in mind, I will say now that inshallah, the world will be one which is just and fair, where people are treated with dignity and where people are grateful for what they've got, and they're active in ensuring that the earth is good, just as Allah has created it. And I want to see a world where young Muslims lead an effective and inspired movement to bring about justice and sustainability, where people care for their environment, they care about how their food is sourced, they care about how their clothes are made, and they care about getting to the root of the issues and not just putting a plaster on it. And by caring, we understand how our actions can impact those who live thousands of miles away from us, who don't have a voice or the power to speak up for themselves. And then we change the way we live to ensure that those people actually have a voice. And then we push others to change the way they live so that those people's voices are heard. And we keep doing that. We keep inspiring and enabling until change comes about. And I'll tell you something about MADE. MADE exists because we believe in a world where MADE doesn't need to exist. But until then, we want to equip young people with the skills and the knowledge to be effective in bringing out that positive change. And like Ambassador Ibrahim Rasool said, it's up to us. It's about this generation. It's about us getting the skills, getting the knowledge, and doing what we can to be effective. And we've got the energy, we've got the passion, the creativity, the commitment. We've just got to channel it the right way, the best way. One of those ways is by getting involved with charities like MADE to bring about that change. And I want all of you guys to imagine, say 50 or 100 years from now, what do you guys want future generations to say about our generation, about the British Muslims of the millennium? And in the same way that we speak about the times of Muhammad Iqbal and Malcolm X, or the Ottoman Empire, or the early Muslims, and the issues they face in the ever-changing world, what are people going to say about us? And what will be our failings and what will be our successes? And I think what is amazing, what is really incredible actually, is that we have the power to write our own history, to write our own positive history and to also be a part of the wider narrative, not just be boxed in, oh, this is Muslim history, this is Islamic history. We want to be a part of the wider narrative, the wider history. And I want you to reflect on that future, really see what the future that you want to see. Imagine it in your mind. And then ask yourself, what am I going to do about it? I want to thank all of the speakers for giving their time to us today, for inspiring and motivating us. And thank you all of you guys for giving up your Sunday to be here. I really look forward to creating positive change with you, inshallah. I also want to thank the amazing Usman and the MADE team for putting together an incredible and brilliant, thought-provoking event today. May Allah guide us on the straight path and keep our hearts filled with humility, gratitude, and a restlessness for change. Ameen.